Welcome to the SDLA, where we're back once again to pick characters from all corners of comics, anime, and more against one another in a time battle. I am Seth, and I will be your host and judge for this matchup. I am joined by Taylor and Cody. We are here in the final round of James' bracket, or the semifinals, to argue Black Panther versus Dust. Cody will be arguing Dust, while Taylor will be arguing for Black Panther. While I come up with the fight's location, time of day, prep or lack thereof, our arguers will give you a bit of information on each of their characters.
So, Black Panther, using T'Challa, it's King of Wakanda, same guy as the past couple times I've used him. Extremely smart, knows what he's doing, and he can serve Luther better than anyone else can.
I'm Dust. I rip people's faces off and choke people out. That's what I do. That's how I got here. Essentially, I can turn myself into dust particles.
So the location is going to be Mount Kilimanjaro.
Did you say who's first? Taylor's first.
So, as it goes, here on Mount Kilimanjaro with Black Panther and prep, number one, there's nothing that this environment has that can affect me in any way with prep, especially like the cold, whatever, the volcano, even if I decide to turn it on, which I could do with prep because Black Panther is a ridiculously smart human being. He recreated a bomb that blew up a world at one point in time, just as like an example of what he's been able to create. So as far as it goes, your mutant, one of the major things he's done multiple times is created devices to eliminate mutant powers. He's done this to Magneto. He's done this to, I think he did it to his own wife Storm at one point in time. But he's done it to a dozen different mutants, just eliminated their powers. So more or less you are just you're a regular human at this point. And while you can be good with hand-to-hand combatant, Black Panther is a step above in every right for that. Taking on people and taking down your teachers, for that matter, like Wolverine and all of that before. And with prep time, I've done stuff like restrain the Silver Surfer, so restraining Dust, even if there's some way that you can get past the mutant dampeners, the mutant power eliminators. If there's a way you can get that and still use your Dust form, I will have cages, everything along those lines that I'll be able to do, because Black Panther is a man that thinks 2 steps ahead for normal people and 3 steps ahead for his friends. So he's always ahead of the game. He's more than willing to spend resources, take time out of his day to actually prepare something to trap you, to keep you as one thing, and just stop you dead in your tracks. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm leaving you more or less powerless in a cage, and if I feel like it, because he's done stuff like eliminate worlds and stuff like that before, when he has to, he can kill you. It's not something that he would necessarily do, but he can.
Let me start off by saying that your power dampeners, they've been shown when they use power dampeners, it only works on people that have activated abilities. What this means is when they're in an alternate form or if they have different colored skin or something, it doesn't necessarily work on them if it can't malleate them back together. So I'm coming into this as Dust already, like a spread out that way, because I'll know with a week of prep that you've done these type of things. I have the headmistress of my school is Storm, who I would definitely be able to know that everything about what you're capable of. She was your wife, and she has seen you do some pretty messed up things. So I'll know everything that you're capable of, and I will systematically take out the devices that you have placed around. I'm very good with taking out technology in ways that, like, it still looks like it's active, but it's not doing what it's supposed to. And that's what I plan on doing, is taking out the stuff so you think it's still working, while still malleating myself and keeping myself out of your line of sight, your way of doing things. I am, from birth, trained to be, stealthy and whatnot. You were a warrior, but you did not start technically learning about, how to be Black Panther until you were an adult, which means that your stealth is a little bit more lacking than mine. It's still very good, but I was born to do this. Basically, the way that I look at it is you won't activate the volcano because it would endanger a lot of people. And even with a week of prep, you know that you wouldn't be able to evacuate everyone safely, so you will not activate it. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to systematically take out all of your technology, and then I'm going to get under your costume and irritate you on a skin-tight level. Your vibranium has been proven that it has holes in it that people have been able to infiltrate. You don't have a solid suit, you have parts to it. So I'll be able to get into your suit, work my way in, and start doing to you what I would do to literally anyone else, and incapacitate you in some way.
To say that the mutant dampeners won't work, even if that happens, he has backup plans upon backup plans. Like, there's no way that you're going to be able to move around and get through everything because he has an acute sense of smell. He's been able to track like people like Sue Storm and everything like that, so there's no way that you can get around in this place without him knowing about it by every right or reason. He has prep time, so he will know exactly who you are, what you are. He will know smells, everything along those lines. He will know how to basically take you apart. And if you want to get close to him, like in any way, your sand is still used, so he can use his energy blades to affect you in that way because each sand piece is you, and he affects people within them, so he'd be affecting your innards in that form. So there's no way that you're going to be able to get in close beyond all of the traps and everything that he lays out, knowing exactly who you are, and you are not smart enough to be able to counteract these when people like Reed Richards, Iron Man, and Dr. Doom have not been able to counteract him before, and he's easily outwitted them in these battles. So there's no way that you're going to be able to get in close enough or even reach me to even do anything.
You listed a lot of smart people, and the problem is the people that you have lost to, the ones that are like Luke Cage, that aren't geniuses, is because you underestimate them. And that's what's going to happen here. You'll do all your prep and whatnot, but you won't think that I'm able to take you out. That's your issue. The people that you've lost to, 10 out of 11 times, I'll say, because that's really what it is. What it comes down to is you have really weird odds. But most of the time what happens is you underestimate the people that you shouldn't. And that's how you lose. And in this case, it's going to be no different. As far as your energy blades go, they can only affect me if I'm malleated in a way, because each sand particle is a very small pore of my body. If you slice off a piece of my skin or something, okay. Like, that's how it is. Like, what it comes down to is I have stealth and the ability to be underestimated on my side, and that's what I'm banking on. In this case, I think that with, how everything is, I have the opportunity to beat you.
I think I might have to go with Dust on this one.